It's been a lot of work, but I've collected carriers from around the town. I'm going to need to condense the amount of space I have in here. If the 6 are going to stay, it's going to have to be a little bit safer than it is right now. I've got some blueprints for some shelving. It's not overly complex, but it is resource heavy. I think I have most of what I need. The rest is going to be a sit down, shut up and craft. That sounds pretty good. With the amount of dead that I've had to re-dead, it'll be a nice change of pace.
Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Roleplay Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, Dusk's Tale. We are here with Dusk in the town of Pittston, and we've been doing a little bit of driving around in between episodes. In the last, we ended, I believe it was by the sporting goods store. No, it was all the way down here by the hardware store, which we actually will be going back to. But I've been driving around and collecting a very large amount of cargo racks. At the moment, I've just got them hooked onto the back of here. We're actually going to be leaving these 4 behind. Each of these external cargo spaces are carrying 5 cargo racks. Yeah, this one only has 4. I guess we could grab 1 more, couldn't we? Let's go ahead and move down along here. Let's see. Move you into here. We'll get rid of our stuff. This is just a spray. Oh, that's on the pavement. Of course it is. Of course. So yes, we should be able to move 1 more across there. There we go. We've got 5 in there now. Our folks have just been chilling out inside of here, and you can see that this vehicle has been completely stripped. We took a whole heap of cargo carriers from here, and there was another one, this one here, this cloth bed truck. We took all the cargo carriers from that. Back at the hardware store, we demolished a whole heap of different racks to get sheet metal and other things, and you might be able to see from some of the houses that are around here. Well, actually, if we have a closer look, you know what, I haven't done that house yet. Well, that's disappointing. All the others I've gone through and I've smashed down all the doors to get their hinges, and I've torn down all their curtains. I was going to say curtains, but curtains is not what I'm after right now. So I'm actually just going to jump back in here really quickly and grab some of these curtains, and the reason I'm doing that is to get some nice long strings. There's none over there, so we'll go ahead and just grab these 2. We'll have a look at Dusk's inventory in just a moment, and you'll be able to see exactly how many we have. And spoiler alert, it's quite a lot, but will it be enough is the question. I'm not sure, because we need to make long ropes. Now, I was hoping we were going to be able to use many of those cargo racks to be able to just disassemble and take what we need from them, but unfortunately that is not the case. Yeah, for some reason it has decided that we cannot disassemble them, so yeah, we have to get long strings and then turn them into short ropes, and it's a bit of an ordeal, but it's not going to take us too long to make short ropes. We've got a recipe that actually works rather fast, so that's what we're going to be trying out today. We'll go ahead and tear you down, and we'll go ahead and grab that long string. Anything else that could be hidden around here? Well, I'm looking for a drawer that might have them. It doesn't look like they actually have one here. It's mostly utensils. So yeah, we'll go ahead and leave that behind. We'll jump back into here and we'll have a look at Dusk's inventory. We're just going to go ahead and push you back for now. Okay, we need to make sure that we tell them to follow us when we start driving though. I did discover that was the issue. They are trying to guard the position that you leave them on, and so that can be rather disastrous. Let's go and turn on our camera system just while we're sitting here, and yeah, so you'll be able to see we have quite a few door hinges. I hope it's enough. It's going to be hard to tell, and we have a lot of long strings. We don't actually have to drive away from here for now. We could just do our crafting from this spot. Yeah, let's just go ahead and move back into our seat, and we can see perfectly fine. So the long strings we're wanting to turn into short ropes. So we have a few different possible recipes here. So we have this one first of all, which will take us 1 hour and 30 minutes, which is not great. Or we can go for this one down here, which requires the long strings, of which we have 72. It's going to take 7 minutes and 30 seconds. There's a high chance that the others will be able to help us with this as well, so I'm hoping that's going to be the case. So let's go ahead and see if we can make 12 short ropes. I think we're going to need so many more. Oh my god. I'm just kind of doing the math now, So let's have a look at the vehicle shelving really quick. This is why I was hoping we were just going to be able to get the long ropes nice and easy. Yeah. 20 short ropes. That's a lot. 20 short ropes. Or 4 long ropes. And I'm pretty sure we only get short ropes from the safety belts. Long ropes I don't think we can find in the wild, other than ones that are just hanging about. The pipes and the sheet metal are back at the hardware store. The cargo carriers obviously are just chilling out in the back of our, well, cargo carriers. But yeah, it's the rope that's going to be the issue. Wow, that's a lot of rope. Yeah, I mean, we can get 12. We can't even make one cargo shelf with the 72 long strings, and we only get 1 long string from each window. So that's 72 windows that we'd have to do. That's a bit extreme. The other possibility that we can do is using thread, but it's still a large amount of thread. If we jump into our long ropes here, I think actually, or was it in here under shelving? No, it wasn't. It's got to be long ropes, it's got to be short ropes, or it can be cordage. Now, I don't know if cordage is going to be easier for us to make. Also, vines are a possibility, but vines are another one that can be hard for us to come by. Not so much for Dusk of old, but certainly for us now. Let's just have a quick look at these short ropes again. So, for you, we need to have leather patches or rags. 30 rags, and that takes us an hour to make, so it's a lot longer for that. And this is just, yep, short strings, long strings. I guess the other thing we can have a look at is actually making those long strings. So yeah, that's the option. We've actually got quite a bit of sinew, so we'd be able to make a fair amount of long strings. 9, that's not a fair amount, and that's all of our sinew gone. And that would also be all of our thread. So for us to get thread, we can disassemble rags, but to disassemble a rag, it takes an hour. So that's 27 hours just to make 1 long string, not including the extra 30 minutes to actually make it. So this is proving to be a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I was really hoping that we were just going to be able to take things like the cargo carriers that we have on the back here, which we make with ropes. So if we actually have a look at the recipe to see what you need to make this thing, for a cargo carrier, you need to have long ropes or vines or short ropes, yet for some reason, we can't reuse those things, which is incredibly frustrating. The only other thing that I was thinking we might possibly be able to do is just smash the one on the ground, because we can't butcher it, we can't disassemble it. It's very particular. So these ones that are here, can I just go ahead and smash you? I don't think it's going to do, no, it's not going to do anything. And even if we smash the ones that are actually on the vehicle, I think they're just going to be destroyed like that. I suppose we can just double check real quick. We'll take the family out with us for a quick walk past all of these cellar spiders. Not exactly the smartest thing we've ever done. But let's just go over here really quick. Keep on bashing on this for a little bit. We are going to have to deal with some of the dead as they make their way towards us. And surprisingly, this group, they're actually pretty decent, even with just their fists and pipes and stuff like that. So once we get proper weapons in their hands, it's going to be really interesting to see how, they can function. But thankfully, they don't have to worry about that too much because, Dusk seemingly is rather good at her job. So we're not going to go ahead and punch Dozer there. Or Dover. Come again, minion, hover, not Dozer. Again, this isn't the Matrix. That Devourer is a little concerning, just because, we can't tell how much health they have now. And I guess you're going to come this way, aren't you? Well, it looks like you're going to take a little while, so we'll just continue this experiment for a little bit here. Okay, so we managed to smash it to pieces, and I don't see a single thing of rope around us here. It is just chunks of steel and all the rest, so there's no way for us to get ropes that way. And having a look at the seats here, relatively sure that those safety belts are going to give us a short rope in return. Yep, a short rope. Which, I guess that's okay. We would still need so many short ropes to be able to make these shelves. 20 in total. 20 safety belts. That's a little bit more, you know what? I feel like that's maybe what we're going to have to do here. As dumb as that is, to just be going through here, taking safety belts off cars, it just, yeah, it fits. And yes, we are overweight at the moment, but that's not affecting us too much. There are a few cars around here. Unfortunately, I don't think the bus is going to have any safety belts for us. It looks like it is just seats. We can't tell from here whether or not they have any. Seatbelt here. Seatbelt is destroyed there. Okay. Well, yeah, I think this is this is our potential solution here. Let's examine this vehicle. We want that seatbelt, please. Thank you very much. We will drop that thing on the ground, pick it back up, and I guess, you know what, seeing as we are going to go the short rope route, we're just going to allow everyone to filter back into the vehicle, and we're going to do some crafting. We're going to make some of those short ropes. Short rope. Okay, using all those long strings, let's go ahead and make 12. Put our claws away for now, and we're just going to start that work. Yeah, so it's going to have to be safety belts. Safety belts and maybe the occasional window. Yeah, well, we have some for now. We feel like we haven't eaten in days, which that's not so good. We'll have something to eat after this, and believe me, we have eaten. We've had haggis, a whole heap of haggis. Let's see, do I want to just drop these ropes for now? We'll just go ahead and drop them. There we go. So, they're all on the ground. We will have to remember that before we try and ride away from here. Let's go to our food and see what we want to try and eat. I suppose we could try and cook up something a little bit different. Hamburger helper is like, you know, sometimes it's good for us. We get 2 portions from that, and it only takes us 10 minutes to make. Yeah, sure, we'll go ahead and make something pretty basic. Looks like it's just going to be the one. What kind of meat do we want to make? We will just use the chunks of meat, thank you, and some water. We will just store the rope in our inventory. Let's do this thing. Hamburger helper. 401 calories, not actually too bad. Have 2 lots of that, and we're not full yet, but I feel like we're probably okay. We're not underweight at the moment, we're doing okay overall. No more mutations as well over the time that I spent working on things. So, we have quite a few short ropes now, but we probably need to try and collate them together so that we can actually make ourselves a shelving rack, which is going to have 1,000 capacity, which is massive. It's pretty much what I think nearly all of these are doing. Well, it's effectively what 4 of them are doing, so that's really, really good for us. Opens up a fair amount of space. Whether or not we will actually put seats in here, I haven't decided yet, because I kind of like the idea of them just kind of holding on for dear life. If we hit anything, it's not going to be good for them. So, yeah, maybe we might need to revisit that idea. But I think for now, we do need to try and see if we can pick up those bits and pieces we just dropped on the ground, these short ropes. And yeah, we've got enough space for them, so that's not an issue. Are we going to leave this place behind for now? Well, how many other cars do we have around here? We've got 2 just to the north of us. We could go ahead and just quickly grab them. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We don't want to leave any stone unturned, so we're just going to tell everyone here to guard, that we're going to be back in just a moment. I usually like to turn the camera system off just so that they don't freak out seeing things on the outside. But let's just see. Okay, so, seatbelts. This one's actually in good condition. That's not so bad. That one, really not so good. But it's not going to matter once we actually attach it to our larger structure. We'll go and grab those ropes. This is definitely faster than going through and doing all the windows. Or rather, the curtains on the windows. It's been a bit of a process to do all of this in actual fact. We are also going to be looking at making ourselves a super cart that we can use for just dragging around everywhere. And I think that's all of the seats, all the belts that we're going to be able to get out of that. So we're going to go ahead and take those 4. Let's see, do we have any other vehicles? Yes, we do. So we'll just quickly make use of them. I think we'll just punch you to death, huh? Done. Okay, front 2. We actually do have a nice working belt there. And we have one here as well. Perfect condition. Excellent. Grab those ropes. Okay. 3 over here, hopefully. Okay. The 5-point harnesses, I think, give us a long rope, which that would be really nice. Shrieker spotted. I see. Are you close to me yet? Yes, you are. Let's ignore. Okay, we managed to get it off in time. And you did. There we go. Take those 3. Excellent. How are we looking? Okay, I think we can probably move on at this stage. Does the driver's seat here have one? Probably does. And it does. We will take you. Thank you very much. Loaded up on short ropes. Let's make our way back towards the hardware store for now. Swap positions. And, of course, make sure that we tell them to follow. Because, bad things otherwise. Turn this thing on, and we're unfortunately going to be driving over the cargo carriers that were there. They were already pretty damaged, so it's okay. We will have a pretty, I'm going to say pretty hard time turning around there, but seemingly no issue whatsoever. So we want to go to the next intersection, just rolling our way along. We do have another car along the way. Step up the speed a little bit here. So, ramming into the zombies doesn't seem to be throwing our friends off course. But then again, we aren't driving too fast, so that might also be helping. We've got 1 SWAT zombie, and just many dead around here where we've been doing our stuff. I'm pretty sure, that pipe, we want to be very careful not to run that over because that's all of our sheet metal and everything else. So, we do not want to be hitting that. I think we'll probably stop around about here because I think this is where we're going to be doing most of our work. We're going to go and turn the camera system off for now, just so that they don't get too excited. Stop driving, and we'll go ahead and tell everyone to guard yet again. Okay, I'm hoping to have them actually help us with this construction, but I suppose we'll see. It's going to take us a long time to move these items just because there's a lot of them. I'll show you how much we have here. So a lot of pipes, a lot of sheet metal, and that's from here. There were a whole heap of racks in here before. Now it's no longer. Okay, short ropes, 22 short ropes there, fantastic. So we have enough to make 1. We've got lots of door hinges as well. It's going to be a question of how close we are and if we're going to be able to make it. Let's go into our shelving and see how we're looking. Oh my god, we can make it. It's going to take 6 hours for us to make this. Is there any kind of batch? Actually, you know what? Yeah, there is. We saved quite a bit of time doing a batch version of this. So we need to have 40 ropes to be able to do this. We've got 32, so we actually don't need that much more. We just need 8 more short ropes, which should be achievable. Let's go ahead and close the door. Because if we get 2, that's 2,000 liters worth of storage, which is wild. So let's have a look at this very destroyed vehicle and hope that we're going to be able to get something out of it. A nice, delicious seatbelt. Another fantastic. Okay, let's make our way through. Now these are leather seats, and I'm guessing that's why it's like that kind of black leather. But I don't think they always look like that. So that's a nice change. I like it. Okay, another safety belt. RVs are good money for us. Yes, and do I want anything from there? No. No, I don't. I just want these ropes. 2, 4, 6. We just need 2 more. Do I have a car? Yes, we do. We've got a SWAT truck back here. Excellent. Is it? No, it's an ambulance. I see. Well, that's 1 safety belt. And 2. Excellent. Did I just take a seat off? I think I took a seat off. No, it was a short rope. Brilliant. So that should be everything. What the hell is that out the front? Oh, it's just a fountain, bird bath thing. Okay, so can I get away with closing the door here? I don't think we will, because we'll need to actually be able to see it. I'm pretty sure. Shelving? Yes, we do. Okay, so we'll just try and stay back here to limit the amount of view to the outside, because 9 hours is a long time to craft. But as long as we start the craft, I think we're okay. We should be able to move around afterwards. So let's go to shelving. Oh, this is going to take a while. Vehicle shelving. Okay. Boom. Make 2 lots of that. Yeah. Very, very happy about that. And again, the only thing that we're lacking is the ropes. That's it. That's the only thing. Could we get another 20? Probably. Yeah. How many of these can we make? Okay, so we've got enough to make 5. It's good to know. So we just need to get some more ropes somehow. We're going to use the arc welder nearby of our vehicle. Probably should have checked to see how much charge it's going to use, and oh boy, this is going to take a while. So I'm going to be advancing time, but this is a monumental thing for us. This is probably the largest thing that we've ever worked on, and oh, we're working slowly. So let's actually stop that really quick. So we're going to stop crafting. So let's just have a look and see what it actually said there. The Progress Vehicle Shelving 2 is large and or heavy to work on comfortably. You're working slowly. Okay, so let's see if we can change that up a little bit. I think we should be able to continue crafting like this. We're kind of carrying the craft materials around. Let's see if we can work on it here. Whether or not working on it inside the vehicle is making it take longer, I'm not sure. I think it's probably also just everything that we're carrying ourselves. So we want to make sure that we are underweight here. So we're going to have to just drop a few things. Probably the door hinges and all the rest we can go ahead and get rid of for now. I don't know if that's going to drop us down. Oh yeah, look at our weight at the moment. Yeah, we can't do anything about that. We can't do anything about that. Holy crap. This might take a lot longer than I thought. Maybe it actually would have been better for us to do it just one at a time. Because, yeah, our weight at the moment is... Hang on. Oh, maybe it was just breaking it apart. I think that's what was happening. I thought we were actually at 700. Maybe we are. I'm not sure. We'll go ahead and just drop those for now and see if that helps even slightly. No, it doesn't. So it is actually 800. That's a lot. That's a lot of weight. Okay. Oh, and it's actually... Is that knocked us on our... Yeah, we're downed because of that, I think. You're knocked to the ground. You have to get up before you can move. We struggle to stand, and it's because of the weight of this thing. Work on craft. Ideally, you know what, we'd have a desk to work on this, I think, and that's the issue that we're running into at the moment, so that might be something that we can quickly rectify. Yeah, because we can't move anymore. I think it took a second or two for the weight of this thing to actually settle in, and now that it's settled, we can't do much about it, so we're just gonna have to drop that for now. Okay. So what we can do is move it, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to start shuffling things along. It's going to say, can't do that. It's going to be a little bit frustrating to do. It's going to be very frustrating to do in actual fact. Okay, so I need to figure out how I'm going to be able to do this. We're going to just move you along like that to get you towards the outside. This is how we do these things. And over here, where we have some kind of, just this kind of open area at the moment, the metal boat hull just chilling out there. I want to see if we can grab the desk from over here and use that in ours. So let's see. The desk is where? It is on that side, isn't it? No. Am I missing that? I am missing it somehow. It's just next to the fridge. It's called table, not desk. Table, fantastic. I will take you, table, and we're going to have a look at installing you. Okay, grab that table. Fancy table. Oh boy. I had no idea. Okay, let's just leave that open for now. Oh, it's because this is a limo. Right. Makes sense. All the leather couches and all the rest. So, let's see. Over this square here, let's go ahead and install a table. Thank you. Excellent. So that theoretically should help us with our crafting. I suppose we'll see, won't we? We're gonna have to just try and drag this crap out for now, which is gonna take a while because it's so freaking heavy. Actually, it's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience. Okay, so let's see. Can I get that on the table? So we can say craft at the table. Craft as long as possible, craft items. That's going to be the best way for us to do that. Recraft license, work on craft. So we just need to get it closer to us to be able to work on the craft. Okay, so pavement, that's where we want to move you. Okay, so you should be within reach now. Here we go, craft at table, work on craft. We cannot work on the craft. Get items on the ground. Maybe we just need to wield it first. Okay, still can't do it. Why? Is it because it's too big? I don't know. Work on craft. Okay. We're knocked to the floor. Of course we are, because it's so bloody heavy. I was hoping to be able to build it on this table. I mean, it's still going up. It's just taking so long. Can I just try and throw you towards the table for now? Okay, the table is full, so it fell to the pavement. That's fine. Maybe it just needs to be close. Nope. Cannot work on the craft. Would it let me make one here, just out of curiosity? It would let me make one here. Can I reclaim the items from that, I wonder? Get items on the ground. It is 3% complete. Wield. Can I disassemble you at all? I don't think we can. Well, I guess that's that. That's frustrating. Yeah, I think maybe that would have been the best way to do it. And that's a lesson learned, I suppose. Yep, realize that. What if we actually managed to carry it out of here, which is wild. What if we can just butcher it, because sometimes that's what we need to do to be able to get things back. Cannot disassemble this. Well, I guess that's that solved, isn't it? I am very surprised that we're able to just move sometimes. See, look, we're fine now. Our weight, no issue. It takes a second for it to kick in, I think. Yeah. Table is full, so it falls onto the pavement. Yeah. Ain't gonna work, unfortunately, but can I just activate from here and maybe like work on it on the ground? It's probably gonna, yeah, too heavy to pick up. So we do need to just pick it up anyway. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to suffer here, unfortunately. Sorry, I know this has taken a while, but hey, we're learning these things together, and now we are crafting, and I will be intrigued to see exactly how long this takes. It's gonna take a long while, we know that much. So, I will rejoin you once we have completed this thing. We're probably gonna have to take a few breaks in between to eat, and you know what, eating now is probably a good thing, so I will rejoin you once something wild happens or once we've got this complete. Okay, so welcome back. I had an idea. I had some kind of an idea. I think this is going to work now. I think. Work on craft. Yeah, we can do it. So I had to steal a table from inside, drag it out here, and then drag our work onto it. Because it was going to be way too slow otherwise, so that should be looking a lot better for us. We are hungry again though. I just ate a whole heap of deluxe scrambled eggs, but it really didn't do much for us, unfortunately. We ate a whole heap of them and we just didn't feel like any more afterwards. So we're just gonna see if we can get our hunger dealt with by having some hamburger helper, which seems to be a bit more filling for us overall. We'll have some water at the same time, nice and slaked, fantastic. And we're going to try to see if we can continue working from here. And part of me is thinking maybe we just go all out. Maybe we grab a chair as well, make ourselves nice and comfortable. Because if we're going to be here for 9 hours, we might as well be comfy, right? Let's actually grab the sofa and just drag that outside, push it down along here. I mean, you know, you got to do what you got to do to work on these very large and intense crafts. There we go. I think that will do it. Can we see well enough here, though? I don't know if we can see over... What? Yeah, it's weird. We could see quite well before, but we can't anymore. Work on craft? Okay, we can work on it from here, and the percentage should be going up at least a little bit better than before. It's still saying it's too large for us to work. Well, at least we're not getting knocked on the ground, so progress. Well, unfortunately, we can't stay on the comfy seat because we don't have access to the welder from here, so we're going to try and see if we can continue working on it from here, and we're actually getting assistance from Minion. Fantastic. Yay. Well, we made it to around about 10%, but we are dead tired, so that's the first day of crafting done. We're going to go ahead and try and sleep our way through the night. Okay, well, I have the gang outside, and I do have some very good news. Our strong mutation just turned into very strong. So our strength is pumped up to 15 at this stage. Dusk is becoming quite formidable. Well, bit of a milestone here. We are 50% done. We're at 6 o'clock as well, so we've been going for a long time. It definitely takes longer, I think, than the estimate, but hey, we're still getting this done. Well, we've reached the end of yet another day, so it's time to pop back inside. We are dead tired at this stage. Go on, everyone, jump on inside. There we go, we're nice and comfortable. It's nice and quiet in here, and we're going to attempt to sleep the night away. We can see that we've actually been gaining power during all of this. Even though we've been welding, we've been gaining power, and I think the toad is going to be close to being fully charged by the time we are done with all of this. Well, while we were sleeping, something rather fortuitous occurred. As you can see, our claws mutation turned into Retractable Claws. Let's have a look and see exactly what that is doing for us. So, Retractable Claws. You have claws on the ends of your fingers. You can extend or retract them as desired. Gloves will still get in the way though. Hell yes, we can retract our claws, like both kinds. So we can have our Bionic Claws, which I think are between our knuckles, and then we have Retractable Claws there as well, which I think we're going to access through here. Yeah, Retractable Claws. Let's go ahead and just extend those claws. Can we have both of them out at the same time? I wonder though. I wonder. So our claws are extended at the moment. What is that going to do for us? Can I see? Well, it's not saying that we're wielding something, so I think we can. Yeah, we've got our other claws extended and our Bionic Claws extended at the same time. That's brilliant. That's really good. So I think we're just going to leave them out, because I think we should still be able to work with them, because it's not actually, we're not wielding it. And we need to get some food on the go. We're not going to save and quit. And then we're just going to keep on working on this. And actually, we do have a SWAT zombie outside. I'm just intrigued to see how this is going to go. Sounds like something bad is going on. Yes, it does sound like something bad is going on. Vertical straight punch, okay. Now, the SWAT zombies usually are pretty good at taking damage from us. We still managed to kill you, okay. We don't actually have a huge amount of, room on the side here. For our text, it's actually really small at the moment. That is adjustable. We probably don't need our minimap to be as big as it is. That's something that I might look at changing, but for now, we'll let the gang come and help us out, and we'll see if we can get this stuff made. We are on 99%, we're nearly there, and there's a skeletal dog that's just been roaming around to the north of us, not causing us any trouble, and yes, just like that, we have finally finished these shelves. Took a long while, and it's a hell of a project for us to make those, but hey, we're done. And we got some mutations out of it as well, just from waiting about. I'm intrigued to see how good the claws are just by themselves, so we're going to try and see if we can throw down with this dog. Still pretty good, considering it's mostly bashing damage that we need to do, and fists, well, they're pretty good for bashing. So that's okay. So we need to decide what we're going to do here with all of the storage now. Ideally, we'll try and keep things up here. I did actually have to move the welding rig down here just so we could do a little bit of work. We could look at taking. I'm thinking maybe moving the recharging station onto one of the racks So I think for now, we're probably going to try and get rid of these front 2 cargo spaces, which means shuffling a whole heap of stuff out of here. Really, what we're going to be looking at the moment is mostly reorganizing the space. Because, those 2 alone are going to fit a really, really large amount of the stuff, if not all of it. So we could probably look at doing a mass exodus of all of the things from here, having them outside, and then just doing like a big resort. That's kind of what I'm thinking we might have to do. I'm a little afraid about having our friends here though, so we might have a look at storing them elsewhere. Even if it's just going to be in somewhere like this home, for example. Although, ideally, we would break into this home without having to break in, exactly. Ah, there we go. Okay, we've got a basement, so I'm fine with us just punching down the doors with our retractable claws. Okay, basement is looking alright. How about the 6 of you just hang out in here for now? I feel like that's going to be the safest thing we can do. So we're going to go ahead and tell everyone to guard. Yeah, you should be okay. You should be safe down here. Alright, back up the top. We need to have something to eat and drink before we do this movement. And oh boy, what a movement it's going to be. So let's start off just by having a drink. We'll try and see if we can get ourselves nice and thirsty. We've actually had a lot of calories today, so I'm not as concerned about us having a massive amount of, food to eat right this second. Okay, so we're really going to take everything out of here. I think we are. So we are going to go to our zones here. And, I think I'm just going to go ahead and shift everything to be outside. Or rather, we'll just go ahead and disable, or rather delete all these zones. Remove. Yes, removing all of the zones like so. And then we're going to go ahead and add a new one, which is going to be, unsorted. And I'm hoping just to be able to move everything out for the time being. Yeah, I feel like that'll be the best way for us to do this. So we want to go for loot and we want to go for unsorted. So the unsorted zone is all of this. We are actually going to have to include some of the other things as well. So let's just go like this for now, across this area, across everything. That's great, that's fine. I'm actually going to go outside and just move at these things. It's going to take us a second or two to move all of those pipes and all the rest out the way. That's fine, that's out of the space. Okay, now, back to the zones. I don't know if we can add just like a general one for everything. I think we're probably just going to have to try and go like armor, ammo, etc., all the rest, and just kind of have them be out here. Yeah. So we could go ammo like that. I'm pretty sure we can just do the same thing down here for armor. Just look at dragging that out across here. Yeah, so I'm pretty much going to have to do that for everything. And I'll even do it for artifacts. I don't think we have any artifacts at all, but that's fine. So, I tell you what, again, this is going to just take a little bit of manual labor. I'll be back once we have all of this said and done. Okay, so that is all done. So, with this, we should be able to sort out my loot. And Dusk is going to be moving everything out of the vehicle just so that we can kind of reorganize things, because honestly, it's not very organized in there. It's very, very unorganized. So this will allow us, I believe, to clear everything out and then look at exactly where we want to try and put these vehicle shelves. That is every item sorted out, just piled outside right now. And well done, Dusk. That's that done. Now we have to remove these 2 cargo spaces here. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of half tempted to keep this one behind us open, maybe. Maybe these 2 are going to be the shelves. Yeah, let's go with that for now. So we need to jump in. We're having a look at the one that has the recharging station is going to be, one of our things. So we need to remove the recharging station. I was going to say recharging station first, and then we're going to remove the cargo space, which will probably just go into the storage beneath us. That's fine. That can stay there for now. Next up, other cargo space. And then hopefully we're close enough to the shelves to be able to get them in here. So let's see. Vehicle shelving, or shelving is what we're looking for here. Shelve. Cargo shelving. Okay. Alright, so we are going to have to grab them, which means that they're probably in this pile somewhere. Somewhere amongst all of this stuff. And we're probably not going to be able to pick them up. So we'll need to actually try and find them this way. 2 vehicle shelvings. Okay, we'll go ahead and wield. Okay, we can only do one at a time. That's fine. Oh boy, and we're going to struggle to stand, aren't we? Okay, but we just need to get close enough to the vehicle to be able to install them. So let's have a look at just doing that. The other one was over here. So let's see. Vehicle, cargo carrier, bike rack, which we also need to reinstall. Where did you go? You're not there. Okay, so you were somewhere else then. Or are we still holding on to one? I don't know. Well, we've stood back up. Oh, there's 2 right there. Well, that's fantastic. I'm going to assume that that's close enough now, so let's see if we can get these things installed. Okay, we're looking for cargo shelving. There we go. So we need to have a tool of lifting of 1 or a strength of 35. So we are going to need the cantilever to be able to install this. And the cantilever just needs to be able to see this. So we are going to have to install a cantilever just next to it. Or like here. Can we get away with installing one here, I wonder? Doesn't look like it. Crane? No. So we probably can't install one there because of the floodlight. So we could just remove the floodlight for the time being. Actually, you know what? We could just install one here, right? I'm not sure if it's called a cantilever here or a crane. It might also be the board that's the issue. Yeah, I think so. We'll go ahead and remove the heavy-duty board just for a second. And I think the cantilever might still be installed on the front of the vehicle. Yes, telescopic crane. Okay. Oh, we're losing light. That's fine. We can go ahead and just turn on our lights for now. Control electronics. Get those R lights on, please. Okay, so standing back here, let's see if we can get this thing installed. We are looking for a telescopic crane. I'm always going to call it something different. Okay. We might have to get the things close to there, but I think as long as it's close, we should be okay. Stop interacting. No, I'd rather we get this installed. We might just have to go and rejoin our friends. We'll see how long it's going to take. Oh dear, we're famished. Okay, yeah, so we actually do need to have something to eat. All the food's outside, Rycon. And here's the thing. We want to try and get the stuff back into the fridge and freezer as soon as possible. We probably could have left them. Yeah, I don't want them going off, so I think we're probably going to have to, bring them back in. Oh, look at all those delicious chunks of fat. We could just eat some cheese spread for now. I know it's very, very low calorie, but we're kind of turgid at the same time. So something smaller might be okay. I'm just bullshitting. Okay, so let's see. Is it going to be possible to install it here? Cargo shelving, yes it is. It's going to take an hour to be able to do that, which is an hour too long. So we're just going to try and see if we can quickly do a little bit of fandangling. So we want to go into Y, which is our storage. Why do we want to do that? To save our food and drink. So we're going to go to perishable drink and perishable foods. We want to go ahead and edit the position of that to be here on that freezer. Perishable foods, edit position on the freezer. We're going to have to change that. So we'll go ahead and sort out my loot. Shouldn't take us too long to do that. Moved every item possible. Should be in the freezer. Should be fine. Yeah, nice. Okay, alright, so we are going to have to try and sleep the night away. We will go back into here, control multiple electronics, turn off those aisle lights, and we'll go join our friends and we'll have a little bit of sleep down the bottom. We'll tell them that they can follow us as well, just so that they can kind of chill out. Okay, tell everyone to follow. Okay, and we're just going to try and plop ourselves down on these couches tonight to have a little bit of a sleep. We won't set an alarm, we will just try and fall asleep comfortably. The 6 join us on the couch, we curl up and we try to get some rest. It's been a lot of work for Dusk over the last few days, but we're nearly done with this little project. It's going to give us a lot more space inside the Toad. It's going to allow us to carry so much more. I'm going to be intrigued to see how the weight works out because while our engine is powerful, we might actually have to have a look at getting another. Well, we are using two, aren't we? We're using our electric engine and our other. We are famished, so I'll make sure we have a really, really big breakfast when we wake up. But, well, that's all for tomorrow, or rather today at this stage. All right, and we are awake. Let's go ahead and tell everyone to guard, and I think we do have everyone who is guarding. Nice. Okay, just stay here, folks. We're gonna pop back upstairs, see how things are looking. Things are looking okay. I don't think anything wild happened during the night for us. It was just a lot of sleeping and undead admirers and, you know, just all the rest. Normal stuff. Normal stuff. So we've got one vehicle shelf that's just chilling out over here at the moment. I think we're going to have to get that a little bit closer, actually. There we go. Seem to be able to move that around easy enough. Right, famished. What are we going to do about being famished? Let's see. We should have some food out here that we can actually try and work with. Whether or not we're actually be able to cook anything, it's probably too far away for us to be able to cook. Yeah, so let's just jump back inside and see what we can do with some of our frozen foods that we have. We don't need anything super amazing. Yeah, do I want to go for something meaty or not? We could just go for our nice deluxe scrambled eggs. We'll go for 4, which is going to give us 12 portions. Quite a lot. Should be more than enough, really. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and start eating. It's not super calorific, but we'll just pretty much eat 12 portions of eggs and still be hungry afterwards because, you know, I guess we were famished. Let's go ahead and just repeat that. We can no longer make that craft. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll just go ahead and make some regular cooked meat as well. Just maybe 3 lots of that. Shouldn't take us too long to whip that up. And this is just going to be a bit of extra calories for us overall. We are rather large now, Dusk. Quite the appetite. So, eat you. We went to being very hungry then, which is, again, just a bit concerning. So we'll just repeat that craft. Make sure that we overeat. And I guess the reason why we're like this again is because, yeah, very hungry again. I think a lot of it's due to just how physical we've been. We've been doing a lot of physical stuff. We're drinking clean water. Okay, satisfied. Hopefully actually satisfied for a little bit here. So let's have a look. We want to try and get these things installed. It's going to take an hour for us to be able to do that. Cargo shelving. Yes. Get this thing installed, please. Okay, already hungry. That's a good sign. But this hour's passing by nice and quick. We'll get the other one installed just after we have another bite to eat. Again, very hungry. It's concerning. Okay, but there we go. 1,000 liters of storage. And we don't actually have a icon for cargo shelving yet, but I'm sure that'll probably be right around the corner. So let's just jump back into here. What do we want to try and make? Honestly, I'm going to make us some tallow because it's very calorific. And I imagine that this is going to be rather filling for us as well. It's going to give us some crackling. We will eat the crackling before we try and eat tallow because, you know, that's just kind of gross. But hey, here we are, surviving. Did it give us any crackling? It didn't. So we'll just go ahead and eat the tallow as it is. Delicious. Very, very high in calories. It is saying we're underweight again. How? We don't want to bandage ourselves. We're just going to eat so much tallow to stay above weight. My God. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's jump back into here. We want to make ourselves another cargo shelving. Yes. 350 kgs. We're going to be a little weighty on that side of the vehicle, but I think we were already with our cargo, just the cargo spaces that we had. Yeah, more than a little, I think. And so I just need to decide how we're going to try and spread this out. Weak due to malnutrition. God damn it. Okay, all right. Yup, underfed. Okay, we're going to go ahead, have a whole heap of that, maybe try and even overeat, and we're going to have a look at taking some multivitamins as well. So we'll just jump back outside here, we're going to search for multi, and we're going to eat 2 lots of those. Just to help our system, because it's a bit of a mess at the moment. Okay, so we have 2 cargo spaces in here now. What do we want to put in those cargo spaces? Ideally, it is going to be the spare parts and stuff like that. So let's jump into here. What we want to do is go down to our spare parts. First of all, we want to go ahead and just remove it, because we want to make a new one that's going to be actually on here. So, spare parts, we want it to be locked to that one there. Boom. Bind it to that piece of cargo. Okay, so what else do we want to have in the spare parts? Well, let's see. Do we have 1,000 of spare parts? Probably not. I think we'll see how much we have, and then we'll go from there. So let's go ahead, sort out our loot. It's going to take a while because there's quite a lot of stuff. We don't seem to be getting interrupted yet. There is a brainless zombie, but it is rather far away. We're very hungry yet again, so as soon as we're done sorting these out, we'll have a look at doing something. Yeah, so you can see our HP's actually dropped down because of our situation, which ain't great. Let's jump back into here. I want to make us some crackling. I think if we actually make lard, we get crackling as a side effect of that. So we're going to go ahead and make 4 things of... let's just do an hour. Right, we still have some tallow. Just store that tallow in our inventory. Spend an hour doing this. And I'll see how much space is actually being taken up by our spare parts. Because that's probably one of the largest categories that we have. We could put other in there as well, just because I want it to be our general kind of junk storage. There we go, crackling. It's a little bit more enjoyable. So we'll go ahead. Well, enjoyable in that it's not enjoyable. We'll eat all of that first, and then we'll go ahead and have some of the hot lard. Delicious. I know. But we need to do this. I'm actually tempted to overeat at this stage. Yeah, get to being full. Okay, how much do we have on this square currently? We're having a look at the cargo space. No, not the cargo space, but we're wanting to have a look up to the right. Cargo shelf. Okay, faulty burnt out bionic. We don't really need to have that, but as you can see, we have quite a lot of stuff there. We can actually put some more things in there. So next up, we are going to go to other. We're going to remove you, and we're going to add you onto that square. So let's get that done. Boom. Attach you to that. So other is now going to be included in that. Having a look at the rest of the things here, I'm trying to decide what I feel like could work in that square. Ideally, the only things that we go to access are tools and weapons. So I think we could have most of our things on these 2 shelves, and I'd be happy with that. I think I want to have vehicle parts there as well. So let's just go ahead and see if we can get those installed there. I don't think we want to have the cargo spaces. Just because we've got so many of them, we probably don't want them to be hanging on, so to speak. So we're going to go from here. We're going to go for cargo. The cargo carriers, we're just going to go ahead and take you off. Move you over there for now, just so you're not included in this. And we're going to go ahead, yet again, sort out the loot. So we're going to be moving storage batteries, composite armor, and a few other bits and pieces. That's everything sorted out. Let's head back once again and see what we're looking at up there. Remove that filter once. Okay, so 700. On our way to 800. What else can we stick in this spot? I think we're pretty much going to do nearly everything. Clothing's another one that we're going to want to have access to. Containers, we can probably have up there. Ammunition, we'll think about that. Books, yeah, sure. Books, bionics, and artifacts, we're going to have them all there now. So remove. I just removed armor. That's fine. We'll get round to that. So we've got artifacts, bionics, and books. We all want those to go there. Artifacts, bionics, and the books. I imagine it's much more organized in here now. And also we can't walk on these squares, can we? Right? Yeah, good. So I'm fine with them being there like that. We're full still, we're not in a great mood. We could turn the stereo on, but that's going to attract a whole heap of stuff. Let's go ahead and do some sorting again. This way, we're not doing one massive sort, so I feel like that's a little bit better, and it'll give us an idea of when this is closer to being full. And it is not close. We're still a lot more space, so let's jump back in again and see what we want to have a look at adding there. We could do containers, so we'll remove containers for now. What else? Drugs, sure. Containers, drugs, and fuel. Let's go ahead and add those next. So, containers, you're there. Drugs and fuel. An interesting mix of things, I know. Okay, and once again, we'll go ahead and do our sort, moving things around. Nearly done, one might think. We do have quite a lot of drugs to move about. How are we looking? Okay, we are really close to capacity, which means that we might actually be leaving some things behind here, but I'm okay with that, I think. I think we're probably close enough. Yeah. It's just once it gets to that point where it's near 1,000, it means that we were probably trying to transfer something, but as to what that is, we're not sure. Right, we still got some cargo carriers. Don't like that. I would rather we move them out of there, honestly. Ugh. Yeah. Well, that's what I was trying to avoid, us having these cargo carriers in here. I don't think we can get rid of them specifically. The easiest thing for us to do is probably just do a little bit of this. So we will go, say, up that way. We're looking into here, grabbing those cargo carriers, move them on out. Storage batteries pretty much completely destroyed. Okay, now they're on this square just beneath us. We'll move them away. And then we'll do sorting yet again, and we should be able to fit a little bit more in, I think. There we go. Every item possible, and how are we looking? We should have a little bit more space in there. Oh, we're looking on the pavement. Okay, good. Wow, yeah, that's a lot more space. So we could probably fit another category of something into there. It's not going to be tools, because we want to have that, separate. We might actually set up tools now. Yeah, let's go ahead and add a new loot area for tools. We want our tools to reside near the front, up here. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, let's see, what else? Chemical, we've already got you in place, I believe. No, you're out there. So chemical, yeah, I think you can join the club. We'll go ahead and remove you, and we will add you in. Chemical, you are now here, and we're going to do some sorting. Sort out that loot. Okay. So far, so good. Lots of things going into our shelving space. Okay, sorted. Let's have a look at them. Okay, that's closer to being full. I don't think we're going to put anything more in there, even though we do have 100 liters worth of storage. And it looks like we have probably got nearly all of our tools in there. We probably have a little bit of overflow though. So for that, we're just going to have a look at the space that's next to the tools. We're going to add that as an additional tool spot. We don't really have anything going on up here at the moment. That's where our vehicle welder was before. We'll have a think about what we want to do with that in the future. But for the time being, we're going to go ahead and shift over our tools. Well, rather, we're going to add tools too. So let's see. Tools. We'll give you a space. Why not? Tools 2. Yes. Okay. And we'll go ahead and do some sorting. Hopefully it's not completely full, because then that means that we're okay. It's near completely full, and we really didn't fit that much in there. A rotary evaporator probably isn't something that we need, just looking at this. How is that taking up so much space in there? Volume, oh, 60. Yeah, that is rather voluminous. Okay, so the rotary evaporator, I really don't think that's something that we're gonna... It does have concentration quality to it though, so crap, maybe we do need it. Okay then. Well, I guess I underestimated our tool usage. So we could dedicate this area here to being fully tools. I'd be okay with that. So let's go ahead, drop that rotary evaporator back. and we're going to add a third tools. Like so, and we'll make it there. All right, save those changes and do some more sorting. Okay, every item possible. How are we looking? Okay, that's better. There is space there still, which means that we probably have gotten all of our tools from here. We might not have. We can do a quick search. Okay, so it actually looks like guns, magazines, ammo. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of ammo, weapons, clothing. I think we might have all of the tools. I suppose we'll see. Yes, we do. Fantastic. Okay, so we actually did get all of them in there. Brilliant. Okay, so I suppose the next thing that we need to have a look at is just like what categories do we have left? I think most of it's probably going to be weaponry, and I'm okay with us keeping those in here. So I think we'll probably keep weapons here and ammunition in that one. We'll see if that will work for us. Hopefully it does. And that means that we've got like a whole other cargo shelf that we can use for whatever the hell we want. We do actually want to have an area just for clothing. I think we'll probably try and use maybe, one of these. We could have dedicated to that, but I think we're going to have weaponry up the side here. So we'll start off with just guns to begin with. Guns, magazine, and ammunition. Okay, so no. Dear. Ammo, magazines, and guns. I'm going to go ahead and add them in again. So guns, first of all, you can live up here. As for ammunition, we want to have you in the other container. That one there. And we're going to go ahead and put magazines in there as well. We have more than enough ammo and magazines that I feel like it's worth us having that separate area for them. So let's go do some sorting, see how it's going to look after that. We obviously need to have somewhere for melee weapons and all the rest, but we'll just see how the guns are looking. We'll go from there. So you aren't full, that's good. You are full. Okay, so we're probably going to need additional ammunition space. How much space? Well, we do have just a box here. We could fill that up with ammunition as well. So let's go remove this box. There should be enough cargo spaces nearby that we should be able to just grab one of them, one of the cargo carriers. That's good. Did I grab you? No. So let's try that yet again. Try and grab one. Wield that cargo carrier. Pop back on inside. And let's get that installed just down the rear here. I mean, we could put all of this stuff on just one shelf and it would give us more freedom to have other things in here, but right now I kind of like the idea of having things separate still, just so it's a little easier for us to find them. So jumping back into here, we need to add 2 more categories. So this is going to be ammo 2 and magazines 2. So you are going to live here, and magazines 2, you are going to... Do we not have some with magazines yet? No, we do. It's just too long. I can't give it a different name. Okay, that's fine. I hope it won't get confused, and we will try to sort out yet again. Hopefully, those aren't full. So let's see. That's full. That is not full. Oh wow, we just had... Really? That's all the overflow we had? Just those 50 cal rounds? And not much of them as well. Okay, well, I guess that's nice to know. We could have that be weapons, just our melee weapons as well. I mean, it's really, we don't need to have it as an extra ammunition space. We're already, I guess the thing is we're tapped out on ammo. If we want to get more ammo, we're going to need to have more space, so we'll keep it as that for now. But as for weapons, we're going to have that be at the rear here. There we go. Bound. Let's go ahead and start sorting out that loot, moving it into its new home, and we are looking at what? Looking at the pavement. Okay, fine. That fits in perfectly fine. We really don't have that much. It looks like it's mostly grenades and bombs and things like that. So it looks like most of what we've got left are probably going to be containers and, like clothing. So, containers are going to live on this one here. So let's go ahead, remove our containers. Oh no, containers are there at the moment as well. We do have containers down here though. I guess, oh no, you are just a different kind of food and drink. Yeah. Well, we can go ahead and store you in those squares. So this is just the regular food and drink that doesn't perish. So it's gonna be nice for us to have a very large space for that. So let's go ahead and add that in. We're going for regular food, regular drink, and they're gonna live on that square there. You too, thank you. Filthy armor and filthy clothing, we're never gonna worry about, so that's not a category that we're gonna be adding. Let's get sorting. And we're done. Okay, so what do we got left down there? Mutagens. Okay. Well, where do we want to store you? Where would make sense for us to store you? Could be by the kiln, could be in the forge, no. Could be in the kitchen unit. I think we're probably just going to store them here on the cargo shelves as well, because we have additional food and bits and pieces. Let's just not get them mixed up, huh? So we want to add in mutagens. We want to remove the other one first though, just to be sure. Mods are another one that we need to add. So we'll go ahead and add that first. Mods, you can go to here, and we're going to go ahead and add ourselves some mutagens, and they will live on that one. Okay, let's go ahead out of that, get sorting. Here we go, Dusk. I know this isn't the most riveting Cataclysm gameplay, but it's an important side of Cataclysm, and yeah, we're gonna try and finish this up. As I think the last category, oh, we don't like that. The last category should be food. Food? No, seeds and clothing. Yes, clothing and armor. And I think we're going to be able to fit those perfectly fine just on these ones out here. As for the seeds, we're just going to go ahead and add that to here. So let's go ahead and add the seeds first of all. Remove you. We can do clothing and armor at the same time. Clothing. Corpses are another one that we're probably not going to need. Wood, same with you. Clothing and armor. Okay, let's get them added. Clothing, you can go here. Yes, armor, you can go over here. As for our seeds, we'll just go ahead and put them up the top. Okay, we should be looking pretty good. Wood is I think the only other thing that we aren't. Yeah, we don't have a category for it right now. Yeah, everything is sorted. And we've still got so much space in here. So much space, which is fantastic. We can actually add in new and different machines as we need them. We don't need to have all of these expanded cargo racks on the back here, but we do need to do some work on a device that we're going to be able to just attach to here, drag away, take off, and I'm going to have that built, but I'm going to have that built in the next episode. I'm going to do that between episodes because this one was primarily focused on just getting these cargo shelves built and installed here, but because of how massive they are, I kind of knew that this was going to take up most of the episode. So while it's been a less exciting episode of Dusk's Tale, hopefully in the next, with that new cart, we're going to be able to set out on the road and continue our adventure without getting bogged down by space issues and all the rest. So, if you enjoyed today's episode, even if it was a weird one, please do consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. For now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. Dusk is most certainly getting swole, and until next time, stay tuned.